YouTube, and I'm going to be doing a free run with my friend Adam. I wouldn't say he's really that much of a friend. You have a history of actually being just weird in a class, so you're really creepy sometimes, dude. You freak me out.
Free run.
So anyways, guys, we're going to be talking about the topic of YouTube and what the topic of YouTube is, and we're going to be talking about how to actually get a YouTube account. Adam, do you have a Gmail? Well, a lot of people say that you need a Gmail to have a YouTube account, which on my side, that is actually kind of wrong and kind of true at the same time. But there is one thing that is different about that I have to say. You don't just have to get a YouTube because you want it. It's because if you have a YouTube account, or if you don't, and if you have a Gmail, then you basically already have one without signing in. But in this case, if you do not have a Gmail like Adam, then you have to sign in. And what you have to do, is that, it's hard to say really. It tells you to sign in. If you know where the share button is, you can press that, and then it says broadcast gameplay. Then it brings you to a bunch of other places that says, like, sign into this, like, system. And you do. But the difficult part is that sometimes it denies you. And it sucks. But, it's basically like saying that you cannot do it because it's just denying it. You can, but it's just sometimes difficult. And something like saying like, oh yeah, I can't get a YouTube account because I think it keeps on denying me. Thanks. And I feel bad for those people, but Adam, what you have to do is you sign into YouTube, Twitch, or anything else, and it puts you on the system. So whenever you look up your actual YouTube name, then it will show up at some point. Now I'm actually going to talk about a different type of thing for YouTube, and this is a different part of a topic of YouTube, and we're going to be talking about the kids that DDoS, number 1. And kids that DDoS are actually, I did not take this from anybody named Leafy is here. Definitely not. I'm not like that. I'm not some cyberbully. But yeah. So I'm gonna have to say that YouTube is a hard thing. And there's kids on Black Ops. Whenever you do a YouTube video, they come up to you and say, hey, are you broadcasting? And somebody says yes, and then they start picking on them. Then they lose almost all of their subscribers except for one. Probably. And that's actually sad. And it's just weird having me talk about all these stupid YouTube stuff, but I mean, it's difficult. Yeah, I'm talking about a real life story about kids that DDoS, and there's this guy that's called the Know-It-All. He's like, oh yeah, you can't be there, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's oh yeah, that's a bad place to be, and everybody just tells him to shut up, and then he keeps on doing it. And it's kind of like you sometimes, Adam, when we're in class and we're telling you to stop. You know, no offense towards Adam at all. Just maybe just a little bit. Bye. So anyways, Adam, what do you think about some kids that DDoS, or if anything, about people talking about kids that think that they know everything about the game? And honestly, I think that's really sad because they just want some attention. And yes, this is a real life story. I'm gonna prepare this own skit just by me because Adam's not gonna know what the heck to do for a skit like this. I'm actually gonna be the DDoSer, and I'm gonna be just the normal guy that talks with the broadcast. Hey dude, what's up, man? What do you want? What? I'm just camping like right in the middle. I'm just gonna camp right here. Oh yeah, did you know that was a bad spot to be? No, it's not. I come over here all the time. So what? Man, it's just the worst spot ever. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. You know? And then that just turns into this big controversy over what is better. Like, what spot is better? Even another kid that wasn't even in it that starts to defend the DDoSer, and the one that just starts to defend the kid that is just the broadcaster that has over 2 subscribers. Like, yay, good for him. But still, you know, exactly though. Like, kids that DDoS, number 1 is probably going to be the most detailed DDoSer, I think, most likely ever to be. We'll actually have 2 DDoSers in one episode. The second DDoSer is actually somebody that I used to know. He was like a friend of mine. He's not really a friend of mine no more because I realized that he DDoSed me. And there's the guy that claims that he's a hacker. Now, this guy I find the most funny because he does not know anything of the hacking variety. He does not know anything about hacking. He just calls himself an expert hacker and stuff. And I just sit back and just laugh at it all. It's hilarious how people come up to me and like, I'm gonna hack you, man. It's just hilarious. And I should have made a video on this. Ooh, the M8. Yeah, so like, these people that DDoS, man. So like, these kids that absolutely love DDoSing, they just pretend to DDoS. They're like, don't kill me or I'll DDoS you. Like, seriously, bro, you don't even know how to DDoS. And they're like telling like all their friends, oh yeah, I can DDoS him. Like telling everybody in the lobby that you can DDoS. It's just so hilarious how you think like you can DDoS. It's hilarious how people think that. And it's funny how people just say that they're gonna DDoS you or they're gonna hack you, man. It's really confusing about people saying that they can DDoS you, that they can like take your IP, they can hack you, they can take everything. There's this kid that I met one time. He's like only like 5, and he says like you can hack him, and he says, I met him on Minecraft and I tried to troll him with a Herobrine troll. And then he started yelling at me at the end and telling me that he was gonna hack me. And that's what he was yelling at me like for. And I got so confused. I'm like, why is this kid saying that he's gonna hack me and he can't even hack? It's confusing to me, like why kids say they're gonna hack you, but they're like 3 weeks later that like nothing happens. Okay, what is that? Really? Did you guys just see that? That's quality right there. I went over that.
Hey, I'm gonna take the dog down to go pee and then let her back in.
All right. So
And then lock the door.
a few more DDoSers.
And then lock the door.
Okay. And then a few more DDoSers. I cannot believe I'm doing this many DDoSers. This is gonna be basically just kids that DDoS 1, 2, and 3 all combined. Now we're gonna have the new guy. The new guy says, "Oh yeah, I'm a new guy," but when you look at him, it says that this player actually restarted their account. So they restarted their whole level and saying that they're a new guy. And then they say that they're like hackers as well. So it's kind of like the hacker DDoSer at the same time. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna like DDoS you and I'm gonna hack your like firewall or something like that. What? Like I'm gonna break your firewall and there was no way to rebuild it. Like, what? I swear, this guy thinks that he can hack you, and he says these stupid, unrelated hacking things, and then people like don't believe him because he's saying things that don't even make sense, and then they're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you don't know that hacking term. You guys are stupid." Seriously, dude? I swear to God, these kids that DDoS are just absolutely stupid. And I don't DDoS myself. I mean, I'm just a normal kid that just walks around doing YouTube videos. You know, just. And then there's gonna be like commentaries and stuff. There's commentaries about me, you know, talking about my life story and stuff. Now, I'm gonna be doing some more of that in the future. Zebra. I'm gonna be doing that more in the future, but let's focus down at the kid of the DDoSer himself, the new gamer. And he resetted his whole account and pretends like he's like the new guy, but really he's a prestige master at the first start. He probably just went ahead and hacked his way in there. And that's really funny to say that because I was saying that he hacked his way in. Dude, if he thinks that he's really a hacker and he says that he is, and then he just goes around telling other people that he's like Xbox addictions or he's me or something like that. I've literally seen a kid that was like my biggest hater on YouTube, and this kid yells at me. He's just yelling at me. And it's a private video, it's linked to me. I cannot share that out. But I'm just gonna sit here and we're just gonna have a quiet moment for that dumb 5-year-old squeaker. Alright, we're done. Alright, we're done having science for that stupid squeaker. Anyways, let's get back to our main focus. This guy's literally hilarious because he also has some funny jokes up his sleeve. And I give him respect for those jokes, man. Like, the funniest joke is that I'm gonna kill your whole family, man. Oh my god, it's so great, man. I gotta give props to him. because he's just a wannabe phase member as well. Anyways, that's for the next video. The phase wannabe kid. If you guys like that, and hopefully you want to see that stupid little phase member, Squeaker, says that he has G Fuel and everything. And I've got G Fuel right now. G Fuel's the good stuff. That's where it's at. Get out of here, Kool-Aid.